Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Tasos Kalimos. Happy joining you guys for another edition of NBA Player Prop Parlay right here on the Guy Boston Sports YouTube channel. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope your week is going well so far. We have a new day, which means a new NBA Player Prop Parlay to get to. Our last Player Prop Parlay, by the way, until next week. That's right. Because of the All-Star break, there are no NBA games on until next Thursday. So this is the last Player Prop Parlay video you'll be getting until next Thursday. So we got to make it count, guys. Quick recap of last night. We obviously did our Freaky Friday 5-leg parlay that we usually do on Fridays. We did it yesterday. 4 out of 5 legs hit. The last leg, Luka Doncic, we missed by 5 points. He was really on pace to cash it, and then in the fourth quarter, they sat him for a lot of the game. So unfortunately, we were on pace to hit. We just missed it by 5 points. But overall, a solid day. 4 legs out of 5 hit. We've hit on 5 out of 8 props that I've given you guys this week. Again, 75% hit rate on the season. We got a 3-leg parlay to share with you guys today. Let's end the week on a strong note with a nice win here to make us profitable on the week. And like I said, guys, this is my last Player Prop Parlay video until next Thursday, but I don't want to stop making videos. I have a lot of free time. Obviously, football season is now over completely, both college and NFL. I have nothing really to do for the next week for videos, so sound off in the comments. What kind of videos do you want to see me guys? What do you guys want to see me make? I got a lot of time on my hands. I have an ability to make some videos. I do have a special video actually I already recorded. It's coming out tomorrow. It's something I promised you guys a couple weeks ago. It's a behind the scenes look at how I pick my player props. So I already recorded that. I actually just finished recording that before I started recording this video. So my voice sounds a little scratchy because I've just literally been recording before this. So that video expected tomorrow. It'll show you guys my whole process about how I pick player props. But yeah, sound off in the comments what other kind of videos you want to see me make, whether it be betting instruction videos, whether it be Q&As, whether it be maybe just hopping on live and just chatting with you guys. Whether it be, I've seen a lot of college basketball recommendations. Whether you guys want to just hear me talk about sports, I have no problem doing like ranked lists. Like you guys want to hear, I don't know if you really want to hear my takes, but any sporting news you want me to talk about, any top 10. Sound off in the comments, because the thing is, not only could I do it for this next week, but maybe there are new videos that we could carry on through the rest of the year, beyond just the Player Prop Parlay videos. If you guys want to see me make more content, or maybe you don't, maybe you're just here for the picks, and that's okay too. So anyway, sound off in the comments if there's any video ideas that you guys want to see me do or talk about or whatever. But with that out of the way, guys, new NBA Player Prop Parlay coming at you right now. All right, guys, first leg of our 3-leg parlay today. There was not a lot of options today. If you watch tomorrow's video, you'll see a little bit of a struggle trying to find some value in the props today. Again, only 3 games. But here we go. First leg of our 3-leg parlay. We're targeting the Bucks-Grizzlies game, which kicks off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going with somebody who cashed for us yesterday. We're going with Vinny Williams Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies over 17.5 points plus assists. Let's go ahead and kick this over to the Outlier screen, guys. Of course, if you don't know what Outlier is, they're the best sports betting tool on the market. 7-day free trial when you use our link in the description below. One more time, the 7-day free trial when you use our link in the description below. You try it out for yourself. It is truly the best sports betting tool on the market. And not to keep plugging tomorrow's video, but if you really want to see an in-depth look at how Outlier looks, how it works, tomorrow's video I go in-depth on how I use it, the tools that it provides. So make sure to check that video out, like and subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, so Vinny Williams, again, we bet this last night on our 5-leg parlay. We had him at 15.5 last night, and it cashed. He's covered this 17.5 line in 9 of his last 10 games, including last night. We had him at 15.5 last night, but he finished with 12 points and 7 assists. He absolutely cashed it. Now, some people might be worried about him playing on a back-to-back. I'm here to tell you, do not worry. Vinny Williams has played 5 games this season, coming off of a game the day before with no rest. And in 4 of those 5 games, he played at least 30 minutes or more. The only time he didn't was on December 29th against the Clippers. He played 22 minutes on the second night of a back-to-back. Again, a little bit of a different role a couple months ago, but he has been playing, especially his last game versus Golden State. And not only has he been playing the minutes, but the numbers have been good. The last time he played off a back-to-back was on February 2nd versus the Warriors. He played 31 minutes and had 15 points this second night of a back-to-back. So he played 35 minutes last night. I know he played a lot, but I do think, I'm not too worried about the back-to-back. I think he will play at least 30 minutes here as long as the game is within, I'd say, 15 points or so. If it's a 30-plus point blowout, they might sit him a little extra. But again, he's hit this in 9 of his last 10 games. Stretch that data to his last 20, 13 of his last 20 games, 65% hit rate. I'm not looking at the whole season stats because, again, very different role. With all the injuries the Grizzlies have, we've gone over it a couple times now, he has had to step up. And again, he's hit this in 8 consecutive games, 9 of his last 10. The only time he missed it was on January 26th versus Orlando. In his last 10, he had 11 points and 4 assists. You look at the right side of the screen here, defensive matchup, it's fantastic. The Bucks, bottom 10 in points allowed, giving up just shy of 119 points per game. And their middle-of-the-road assists, giving up 26.5 assists per game. Vinny Williams has been lining up as a point guard primarily. The Bucks are the second worst team in the NBA in terms of points allowed to opposing point guards, 26 points per game. But even when you move it to shooting guards, it's still bottom 5, giving up 29 points per game. So whether he plays at the 1 or the 2, which he rotates between the 2, Vinny, they're a bottom 5 team defensively. And when it comes to assists, not great, but not bad either. So overall, I think Vinny Williams, you should expect another game where he scores probably in the ballpark of 12, 13 points. Dishes out maybe like 5+ assists or so. So I really like the spot here. And you look at the Bucks side of things, no Middleton obviously from Milwaukee. Giannis and Dame are listed as probable. They are questionable, but they are probable. But it is right before the All-Star break, so I don't know how much Milwaukee will push him. I don't know if they will play 30+ minutes. So, and even if they do, it's probably a good thing because Dame defensively this season is not very good. So him playing more minutes probably means a better chance of Vinny hitting. So that's the first leg of our 3-leg parlay. All right, guys, second leg of our 3-leg parlay. We're targeting the Warriors-Jazz game. It kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going with Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors over 7.5 points. This is an alternate line, and that is right. I am officially taking Draymond Green off the no-bet list, but this is his last chance. If he does not cash this line for us tonight, he will be permanently put on the no-bet list for the remainder of the season and maybe forever. We'll see. We have been 0-3, I think, this year, betting Draymond Green props. I'm taking it here. Again, there's not a lot to choose from this week. Today, because of the only 3 games and the matchups and everything. But I do like the spot for Draymond. The Warriors are on a second night of a back-to-back, so that could mean guys like Curry and Clay, some of the Wiggins, maybe they play a little less minutes. Overall, you look at the right side of the screen here, Utah, bottom 5 defensive team in the NBA, giving up 120 points per game. You look down low, the worst team defensively against power forwards, giving up just about 29 points per game. And versus centers, it's not too much better. They're bottom half of the league, giving up just shy of 19 points per game. And again, the data is strong here. He's hit this in 8 of his last 10 games, including each of his last 4 games. In last night versus the Clippers, he had 9 points. You stretch that data to his last 20 games, still solid. 14 of his last 20 games, a 70% hit rate. On the 2023 season as a whole, 68% hit rate, 19 of 28 games. This is why I don't think coming off a back-to-back they're going to rest Draymond too much. I think he should be able to play, barring foul trouble and maybe he gets ejected because he decides to punch somebody or kick somebody. He hasn't really played that much, so he should be able to play 30 minutes. He's only played 28 games this season, 19 of 28 games, 68% hit rate. I expect him to absolutely play at least 30 minutes. And if you look at the head-to-head matchup, 2 of the last 3 times he has faced off with Utah, including the one time he played Utah literally just a couple days ago. He had 12 points versus them, and like I said, 2 of his last 3. So overall, a solid spot for Draymond Green. We're giving him another chance here. Taking him off the no-bet list. Let's see if he proves us wrong. All right, guys, third and final leg of today's parlay. We're targeting the Timberwolves-Blazers game. It kicks off at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We're going with Rudy Gobert of the Minnesota Timberwolves over 13.5 points. Rudy's not really known for his offense, but he's been scoring pretty well. 7 of his last 10 games, it's a 70% hit rate. You stretch that data to his last 20, still pretty good. 13 of his last 20 games, it's a 65% hit rate. And you look at the 2023 season as a whole, solid. 53% hit rate, 28 out of 53 games, not too bad. But this right here is what I like to see. 5 of his last 6 games versus, sorry about that, guys. 5 of his last 6 games versus Portland. He has hit this 83% hit rate, including they just played literally 2 days ago at Portland. He had 16 points when they played the Blazers the other night. You look at the right side of the screen here. Overall, the Trailblazers, bottom half of the league defensively, not too bad, but not too good either, giving up 116.5 points per game. You look at versus centers, they are bottom 5 defensively in the NBA, giving up just about 20 points per game to opposing centers. Power forwards a little bit better, but centers, which is where Rudy Gobert primarily plays, they are bottom 5 in scoring defense, which is not great. And also the injury side of things, you look at over here, if the computer will load. Sorry, going a little slow today. You look at the right side of the screen here for the Timberwolves. Not too much, but Anthony Edwards is a game-time decision. He was complaining of right knee soreness. He obviously had a big game the other night. From what I've been reading, and again, I'm reading this now. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What I'm reading right now, it seems like they might sit him tonight. So if they sit him tonight, I really love this spot. But even if they don't sit him, it's still pretty solid overall. If you see here, he's only played 3 games this year without Anthony Edwards. He's cashed this in 2 of the 3 games without him. Big game over here against Charlotte, he had 26 points. And with Anthony Edwards, 52% hit rate, 26 out of 50 games. So really, not too bad. Whether he plays or not, I'm still pretty confident he will cash this. All right, guys, look at the right side of the screen. There's our 3-leg ticket. Just a quick little recap. So we got Rudy Gobert over 13.5 points, Draymond Green over 7.5 points, and Vinny Williams Jr. over 17.5 points plus assists. You parlay all 3 of those together, you get a parlay of plus 350. Odds. Not too bad. Again, apologies. Not a ton of variety to pick from for props today, so this is the best I came up with. Overall, I'm still very confident that we have ourselves a winner tonight. Again, you can always bet them down a little bit for less value, bet them a little bit higher for, if you want to take Rudy Gobert at 15.5 points, it obviously will increase the odds. You want to take them a little lower at like 12.5 points, 11.5 points, it'll bring the parlay odds down, but that's your prerogative at the end of the day. But guys, thank you very much. That is it for me today. Again, I will see you all next Thursday when we return with our NBA Player Prop Parlay video series. Again, make sure to sound off in the comments what you guys want to see me do. In the meantime, any video ideas, anything you want to see. Until then, guys, I hope we're all winners. Have a good one, guys.